Oh my god. The twist in The Intruder is so stupid. I am so mad because I was genuinely enjoying this book. And then they decided to do a little twist that doesn't make any sense and completely breaks my suspension of disbelief. So, spoilers for the book The Intruder, by, I forget her first name, but her last name is McFadden. But I'm going to talk about this. I haven't even finished the book, so maybe there's stuff that gets fixed. But no, this completely breaks me. This completely breaks me. It pissed me off because I was driving somebody when this twist came out, and I literally wanted to start making this video. So if I seem a little flustered and like, you know, that's why. So Casey's Ella, right? They did this whole thing very purposefully to make it seem like Eleanor was Ella, when actually it's Casey that's Ella. This doesn't bother me until we get to the point where literally everything about Ella lines up with Eleanor. Every single thing about Ella lines up with Eleanor. The names are very similar. Elizabeth, Ella, Ella, Ella and Eleanor. Seriously? The mom, the cigarette burns, the physical descriptions. I mean, Ella is literally described as having red hair and blue eyes. And then Eleanor is also described that way. So is Lee, which is apparently her dad. Ugh. The only thing that I'm a little bit like, okay, that at least that makes sense that didn't line up before, is the switchblade and what was it? The thing that Ella had, the knife thing that she had. But those two things didn't really line up, and I'm like, well, where the hell did Eleanor get the knife that she's using? Because they're clearly described as being two different types of knives. But even the fact that they had knives lines up. Oh my god, the fact that they didn't know their father at all. And in like the last thing that we had of Ella's, after she like lit the fire, she literally says that she's going to make her dad pay. Oh, and by the way, early on, actually at the very beginning, I actually did think that Casey was Ella. And then I felt like a fucking moron, because I'm like, oh, they obviously can't be the same character, because Ella never knew her father, and Casey does. Now, I'm sure that what's going to come out is that after Casey's mom died, the dad came back into town and started raising her. That's probably what it is. But, like, just so dumb. All the things that they did to, like, make this twist happen just breaks it. Because I'm like, oh my god. And then and then you're, like, at this point that twist happens, you're like, okay, so I don't know this character of Eleanor. I have no idea who this lady is. Who this girl is. Genuinely was annoying the crap out of me, because I'm like, I don't know who this girl is then. She could actually just seriously just be a psycho. Like, she could just be a psycho. For all I know. I don't know anything about this girl. At least when I thought that she was Ella, I was like, okay, well, we know that she isn't, like, that bad or whatever, like, until she lit the fire, which I have my own problems with that. Like, if this book ends and, like, Casey's taking care of Eleanor now, after, like, whatever happened, like, I don't know. It's like giving me Where the Crawdads Sing vibes, where it's like the narrative's like justifying her murdering her mom, and then like justifying her trying to murder her dad. And I didn't like that book because of that. Because of that, I had to give Where the Crawdads Sing points off for endorsing murder. Endorsing murder and violence. Which is just not okay. I'm not okay with that. And when a book does that, it completely, I go, okay, well then I can't trust this book at all. I don't like this book at all. And this book was doing so well. Like, I've heard so many awful things about McFadden's writing. And, you know, I was shocked. Because I was like, oh, well, you know, I don't know about her other books, but this book seems great. Like, I genuinely was enjoying this book until that twist. Until they went, actually, Eleanor is not Ella. Ella is Casey. And the only thing you know about Eleanor is that she ties up people, like, is covered in blood, is going to murder her father, like, all this stuff. That's the only things I know about Eleanor now. And I'm like, okay, well, then I don't trust her. She seems crazy. She seems, like, genuinely maniacal. Like, I don't know anything about her. At least when I thought she was Ella, at least when I thought she was Ella, I was like, oh, okay, well, she's kind at heart, you know, like, again, before her actually literally murdering her mom, I was like, oh, well, Ella's not that bad. You know, Ella just grew up in poor circumstances. But now I'm like, okay, all bets are off. I don't know anything about Eleanor. And Ella Casey seems to... Oh, and by the way, we still don't know anything about why Casey got fired from her job. It's just a nightmare. It's just, I hate that. It's just a twist for a twist's sake. They could have literally taken that out, and it would have made the story better. Like, very rarely am I like, you should take out this portion. Like, you should take this out to, like, make it a great story. But that's genuinely how I feel. That, like, they ruined the story. McFadden ruined the story for the sake of a twist. I would not be shocked if the entire time she was writing the book, Ella was Eleanor, and then just at the last minute, she went, oh, well, I actually need, like, a twist. So instead, I'm gonna change it so that Eleanor is now a completely different character. That just so happens to have, like, the same looks, the same backstory, the same everything as Casey. Like, they both have the same everything. Except that Casey knew her father and Eleanor didn't. Even though that doesn't make any sense from like what we hear with Casey, but I mean, it's just a nightmare, man. It's just a nightmare. I hate it. It's just stupid. Like, just genuinely annoys the crap out of me. When it's like, literally at the beginning, I was thinking to myself, oh, Ella must be Casey. And then Eleanor came around, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess she's Ella. I still didn't really understand that. But just too many things were lining up for Eleanor and Ella for me to continue to think that it was Casey. So, it's just dumb. It was just not good. And I don't think that there's very much that the book can do to salvage it, to make it, better. I hope they just try to stick whatever landing this is. But that was just so dumb. I hated that twist. It's like genuinely one of the worst twists I've ever heard of in a fucking book. One of the worst twists. Because it ruins the book. It ruins the book. So anyways, that's it.